If you've ever watched Iron Man and thought, I want that, an AI that actually knows my business, handles my calendar, reads my email, and talks back to me like a real assistant, this series is for you. My name is John, and a few months ago, I decided to stop waiting for someone to build that and just build it myself. Not by learning to code. I'm not a developer. I run a business. What I did was partner with an AI, specifically Claude from a company called Anthropic, and treat it like a technical co-founder. It wrote the code, I directed the vision, and together we built a working, deployed AI assistant I actually use every day. I call it Jarvis. And in this series, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we built it, every phase, every decision, every mistake, so that you can either build your own or understand exactly what you'd be getting if you hired someone to build it for you. You don't need to know how to code. You need to be curious, reasonably comfortable with technology, and willing to think like a product owner rather than a passenger. Let's start at the very beginning. Every piece of software starts the same way. Someone describes what they want. The difference between a vague wish and a buildable product is specificity. Here's what I knew I wanted before we wrote a single line of code. I wanted an AI assistant with a personality, not a generic chatbot, but something with a consistent voice, a little dry wit, and the directness of a senior executive assistant who respects your time. I wanted it to connect to my real tools, not pretend to help with my email, actually read it, draft replies, summarize threads. Same with my calendar, my Slack, and the web. I wanted it to remember things. If I tell it something important about a client or a project, I don't want to repeat myself next session. I wanted it to be accessible from a browser, secured so only I could log in, and fast enough to feel responsive rather than sluggish. And I wanted it to eventually run pipelines on my behalf, automated workflows that kick off without me lifting a finger. That's the full product definition, not a technical spec, a wish list written in plain English. Most people never build what they want because they think they need to know how to build it before they can describe it. That's backwards. Your job is to describe the what and the why with as much precision and specificity as you can. The technical how is someone else's problem. Be specific about integrations early. I want it to connect to email is fine. I want it to read Gmail, draft replies in my voice, and summarize unread threads from the last 48 hours is buildable. The more concrete you are, the less time gets wasted on assumptions. In the next video, we move to phase 2, architecture decisions. I'll explain every choice we made for Jarvis in plain English. No jargon, no assumptions. See you in phase 2.